What's up, y'all? Y'all all right? Good. If not, let's get better. This is your man, Jazz Man. I'm here at the Black Heritage Library and Multicultural Center, just enjoying the evening, getting ready for the New Legacy podcast show. We have some, members who were unavailable today, and we hope you get well soon. And I hope everything works out for you. But the show must go on. I am, just here. I'm just excited. This gives me a chance not to address some things from the weekend because, man, this has been a very peculiar weekend. And when I say peculiar, it's now when you put yourself in a position, or you say this is what the goal is, or this is what I have to do. Remember the example that was set before you. Remember what what they would say about people, what they, how they talked about you, being your authentic self. You try to help, in ways that you can. And you have to, it's opportunity to create opportunity or see opportunities, but also feel what other people are going through without having to, bring it to the forefront. Knowing, listening to parents and understanding they may need some things, some help from the community. And how can I help in the community? How can I sit down and share my story? This, inspiration, the motivation, to do the ups and downs, the changes and turnarounds, be able to share some of that stuff with y'all, to even give you a chance and opportunity to now, listen and maybe take whatever, seed you're taking from it and allow you to give you the courage, give you the self-confidence, give you the motivation to be the authentic you. See, the whole thing about it is years, I mean, at that time, I'm going to talk about me, we walk around with masks. We try to fit in with the culture. We try to fit in and, try to wear the latest because, my favorite star wears this, or my favorite athlete wears that. We start to now see, then we start losing ourselves because we don't have that power no more. Just, your own stamp because you're looking like everybody else. But when you see something in someone, when you see that the things you come from, when you come from a big city, it's a lot more to take in than when you come to a smaller city. We have the levels. When I say you go from the hood to the good, I'm sharing my journey because now I appreciate those small things that I took for granted when and oh, and out of all of that, I appreciate the way it happened because it's a beautiful story. And at this time, I can't make it up because now I have to go back and look and watch the video and say, wow, if only they knew. Uh, Jazz, man. It ain't about me no more. Like I said, if you know me, I done had the best in the world. I done had the best of both worlds. I done traveled. But what was it all for? What was it for? What is it? What was it for? You know, it was nice when you had it, but the part of it is, once you lose it, how do you get it back? What's the lesson in the blessing? Talking about from the hood to the good. So many of us, want to do better. Reach that next level. But sometimes we get stagnant. I have to think about. I was stuck in a box trying to please one-dimensional minds. This all y'all. This is all we know. We ain't traveled out. White people ain't never traveled out of these four walls of Cleveland. They ain't never traveled outside these four walls of the United States. We stuck in a box, and this is all we know. This is our reality. This is our condition. And let's just say, for instance, you got this they use the fleet example in the bottle. After a while, the fleet it gets tired when it's something that the silliness They can't go no higher. They can jump higher, then they naturally jump higher, but they get stuck in conditions because the top is blocking their progress. And then it takes years. Terry Butler, he was a interim president of Cuyahoga Community College. He told me, when I was first started coming to the college, and trying to use the information I had from New Legacy, working with Tri-City art. He said, "Well, you my brother, mind like yours. I'm just gonna tell you exactly what this is set up for. The community college is set up for you to get in, get up, and get out. They ain't here for you to." Stay all in this. This is not we ain't trying to offer a 4-year experience. We want to get you prepared for that experience. I said, you know what? That makes sense. And as we look across the street, as the project, we say, you know what? That was the plan. They never finished the project. So when you say I worship somebody, I follow Jesus, understand he didn't have to go. He didn't sit with the kings and try to teach them. He learned from them. He understood those times when he had to go into isolation and learn the different areas, the mathematics, so on and so forth. Divinity is what he studied. And divinity covers a wide range of practices. But your spirit discerns which one best fits your temple. So when you say to me, I had my motivational speech, I was doing my recording last night, it was talking about guilt by association. Oh, it's a powerful message there. Image, guilt by association. Did they call Jesus a wino because he sat with the winos? No, Jesus went down there and sat down with the winos. They didn't have to drink or nothing and let them do their thing. But let me feed into you some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so that you don't let this become. Because we believe everything is meant for us, it's made for us. Yeah, it ain't what. Come on, what you. Yeah, brother. Now he's sitting here with these brothers, the prostitutes. He's sitting down here with the people who's going through, and he's speaking life to them and bringing them. Hold on, raising them from the spiritual depths. So that's why I had to isolate sometimes because, some people put you in a box when you can't be packaged. I ain't no box. Labels are for boxes. I ain't ready to be shipped. I'm proud of myself. I'm secure in myself, baby. Yes, I was asked to perform June 6th for Pride Event. You darn right, because guess what? If we're talking about the prosperity piece of it, I can't get my prosperity if I'm talking about not or excluding. If I don't understand you, I ain't got to do what you do. I don't know what you're going out doing in your bedroom. That ain't my business. I got to have, some kind of, but you got to understand. Hey, if that's your thing, let that not become a problem for your new legacy or your destiny. Or are you ready to move forward? Did you take off that mask when you went through that situation and they labeled you? Did you work hard to release the label? Did you let them know you wasn't shipping nowhere? See, this is what these are all set up. The things that I'm doing is not for me because I can do things that, but I understand the struggles. I understand when it's time for. When it's time for hard time, am I prepared for it? See, I wish I had those things that would, give me some ease, but I have to walk out here day by day as a man and earn every dollar, every penny, because I like my neighborhood. I like to have gas in my car, so guess what? I can't ask you or do. I know I gotta get it on my own. Because if people keep giving it to me, I won't appreciate it because I ain't earned it. We earn it. The people that we're working with, this is earning. Yeah, you earn some respect, but what about, did you earn your legacy? No matter what you say about a Bill Cosby or R. Kelly, did they build their legacy? You can't deny their legacy. You can't deny their music. You can't deny their body of work. But you condemn them because of something that they were already taking responsibility for. Okay, when can you get past that? Hold on. Now, if you continue So, now we got a problem if you continue to do what the label was put on you on. Do you change? Do you hold on? Do you recover from the injury of maybe I made a bad decision? Hold on. This is a story that I can't make up. This is a story. It ain't even a story. This is the truth. This is the better truth. The people who are walking in peace with the shoes, guarding my faith and making sure my salvation together. Like I say, oh hey, I ain't by far no better than no man on this earth. But I'm better to understand the man because I have to make sure I understand myself as a man. So I don't care how big you are, how small you are. If we can't sit here as a man and have conversation, hey, if you don't like me, you don't like me. I can walk the other way. But if we're gonna talk some. I want to go deep. Let's find out how we can work together. Because that's what we can all work separately, where we all could be building the kingdom together. All have a piece of the pie. We all have to feed all the people. That's why I say I want ownership for people I want to teach how to own your thing. So if you walk away from me, that's why it ain't you ain't new. We just help you get your new legacy. So remember your legacy, because the word legacy, that's what the company wants you to understand when you hear those words. What does it mean to you as meaning? And baby, the name of the power is in the name. Imagery. I ain't take no oaths. I don't owe no. I took a promise. I took a stand with her. Because when no one else is there, he's giving me the strength to keep on going. See, like I said again, that guilt by association. Okay, y'all, I got to be drunk when I'm real drunk? Maybe I'm the designated driver. Maybe I'm looking for the safety. Maybe I'm out here networking, or maybe I want to make sure you about that. Sometimes we get stuck in complacency. We don't want to leave this because we have restrictions upon us. I don't have no restrictions. I'm trying to network. I don't care if you're red, black, white, green, blue. It all comes down to are you having displaying your joy? I'm gonna give you respect. I know how to walk away because I'm not trying to cause a disturbance in my spirit. Okay, if it don't mesh, guess what? As long as I come spiritual that ground, I don't care what kind of attacks come toward me. Let me look you right in the eye and tell you, no storm, you won't last. Because I understand the struggle. I had to watch my mother sometimes. I had to watch my father sometimes. Let me figure out how I'm gonna get from point A to point B. How to make sure that how am I going to be able to work with my team so we can take care of us? Everything I'm thinking about family. I'm thinking about the connection. Because sometimes you gotta look at the devil in the eye and say, "Well, you put no fear in me. I feared you a long time ago, but I'm standing toe to toe with you. And what we gonna do?" So people, they look on YouTube and they start throwing up signs and thinking they know what the. You ain't walked through those. You ain't walked through those journeys. You ain't. No, come on now. You better stop that now before you get caught out on it. I don't know. You got to be observed. You got to teach, observe, and mentor. When I'm talking about mentorship, I'm not thinking about sitting with the Jerome Grays and sometimes you got to take a break and say, you know what? I don't want to be too. I don't want to. I'm tired too. It's more. I don't. It's harder fighting with or against those spirits and principalities. Because now you're looking at all we can take this all in a negative way, but let me see how we can pour this positivity. Let me shine a light on this, because that's what if they shine a light on it, baby, somebody won't be, you already see they do. So if they're doing it secret, I mean, they're watching you, they watching. You will put yourself and allow this to hinder your progress because you ain't. So let me make sure we understand. Let me give you some of the knowledge that helped me survive a game that I could have been gone for a while. In fields where I deal with customer service, I ain't no factory work. This is new to me. It's all new to me. So sometimes, yes, when you're in a new everything you got to find out. Oh, because these ain't like me. we have a gray area here. We have your culture, we have our culture, but sometimes when sometimes intertwined, but sometimes you be like, wait a minute, sometimes people, they get in situations and they get stagnant. See, I was asking, how can we get to the next level? How can I get to that next piece? How can I'm coming to a land that's not my own, man. To apply the things that I had already gone. I've already seen. I can go here and shake hands and make a phone call, but I want to see you do it from scratch. I want you to. Hold on. He say my brother said on the and picked up two fishermen, and they won the they won all they won no highlighted wheel. They won they had their own stuff going on, but they felt that what, I got some more energy and I'm got some more polish and more talented. You know what? So we talking about it. Oh, we empires. In the building they were coming. As you can see, it's starting to come, but don't get distracted because it's a rainy day. Don't get distracted because you know you get a little bump in the road. Don't get distracted because you have some things you have to take care of or some restrictions that need to be released so that you can be free to expand your empire. You can't get no empire. You can't get no empire in one spot. Yeah. Well, hold on. They may not. I'm just one man, but in order for me to get my word out, now I got it over and overseas just by sitting in one spot, and it's positive, it's motivating, it's inspiring, and guess what? I'm showing you the progress. I'm showing you how we're taking diamonds and these diamonds ain't just diamonds. They start off dirty, cold. You gotta grind them now. You gotta shine them and let them become that shining diamond and bring the value to them. You gotta be able to go into the desolate land and watch a rose grow from the concrete. So people can say, "Oh, he's gonna perform over there. I don't want to be." Man, if you don't know, you're gonna have to get that. Might be some support that you might need. They might have some context that you might need to help you take it to the next level. Or that might be a person that can be, you never know who you may run into because you always have a blinder on. But when you can walk and say, I know who I am. I can walk. I told you, the test came when I went to the Irish pub. That's not a racial thing. It was a beautiful thing to me because now I walked in this, and I'm talking about the jokes they're throwing at you. It ain't, and it's the same. As I say, that gray area, it's the same thing we do when we're in our culture. But it's respectful, and you laughing too. Now you ever understand it. Hey, sure, I'm coming back. Sure, give me one of them green beers. You don't even serve it. You see what I'm saying? But now, I don't know who you worship, as long as you worship. Hey, but I can't let certain things attach to me now. Me don't talk about religion, talk about religion now, but spirituality, it's all universal. I talk about it. We all have it, it's universal, right? Mind, body, and soul. Which spirit are you carrying? If you're carrying the right spirit, you can guilt by association don't apply to you. Because guilt by association, that's why these are. I don't know. Hey, I know the eyes are watching, man. So, are you prepared and ready? And when the time comes, I'm going. Just this Saturday night. I'm out. I'm networking, passing out the invitations and everything of that nature. And I'm giving a ride to some people. And at this time, these two, I know this one here. Hold on, don't. No, you asked me first. I don't even know this person, but I'm got my eyes open and I know I'm seeing this ain't right. So now, let me make sure. Before this even happened, my license is together, my insurance is together. So guess what? I don't have to worry about anything but, yes, sir, no problem. Go ahead, run my name. Shoot, go ahead, do me. Yep, give me the field sobriety test. Go ahead on. I'll follow your pen. I'll do everything you want to. I'll even blow in your box. When it comes back 000, you have a good day, sir. And you too. You too. So I had to understand that at that particular moment, it made me wake up and say, you know what? I mean, not judge, but let's have a conversation, let's have a discussion. Or let me change the game up because guilt by association, that there, you never know. You got to ask folks. You never know what people are doing in the background. That ain't my business, but what are you doing in the background? Are you building something for people to have on their own? It ain't people. Oh, he's king. Yes. Well, if you're jealous of a king, you're not wearing your crown. Hold on, king. That's a mindset. You say emperor. That's a mindset. That's a mindset. I work as a king because I understand the Negus, N-E-G-U-S. I understand that king. I understand those soldiers who marched for me beforehand. I understand those elders or those ancestors who prayed for us. And I don't take that for granted. Sometimes you got to hold on. Even Simba had to come and get his knocked over the head with the coconut. Only person who could mess up my legacy is me. If I allow the things I used to. I didn't allow this, no. I don't have to stand for this. I had to start thinking, you come and ask me, people ask you for a ride, and you say, okay, I'm here, and they want to take 15, 20 more minutes. I start riding up on you. I ain't got time for that. Because we get caught up in our own things. We don't realize the side effects of what's going on down the road. See, that's why when I say commitment, I'm committed to Monday. I'm committed to Tuesday. I'm committed to Wednesday. To Thursdays. But sometimes, wait a minute, again, levels. We got to put the ages in the places. What we're supposed to do here on Monday. Let's concentrate on that. Let everything else work together. That's how it's supposed to work. So now we got, Mondays. There. Now let's work them on Tuesday. Let's make sure the plan is right. Because like I said, we can work conducively, or we can build a new legacy, or we can go ahead and go back to because like I said, I'm still walking. I'm still going. The storms that came, baby, I was prepared for them. I'm ready. I wish I had certain, financial aids or things in that nature that can allow me to. But maybe I got to go out here and hustle and bustle to make sure my uncles are paid. Uncle Bill wants his money. If I want to make sure that I take care of my needs. I'm not, when we cross certain people's spirits, ooh, it changes. Hold on, wait a minute, hold on. You must just people got to be alert and aware, and hey, at any moment, especially when you have everybody know everybody, right? How you get the word out? Oh, let me get the word out quick, girl. Because I want to know who what's you listen. Are you listening? You know what I'm saying? So when you hear, let me make sure you got to make sure you have your see like I said, my life is through pictures. I'm talking about hey, when you doing something right, it's gonna you touch all people. But you got to make sure. Because it was just it's a beautiful thing that happened Saturday, from the beginning to the end. And sometimes like I said that let me rest. I've done my part. God gonna let me be there when I need it. Sometimes you have to have an angel or something that you can get the message. You have to hear that. I can't. You ain't gonna. No. Usually, like I said, when I need it, I live like 2 minutes from the place. That's why hey, let me go home. I ain't got to be out here. Where I'm driving around for ain't not here for me. Obviously, I'm still sick. I'm dead. I'm still sick. I can't catch the fish. Well, they must have tried. I must have got the right bait. I must have the right bait. So, let me make sure I recognize what's going on. Accept my good, bad, and ugly. Go ahead and get my courage so I can fight through it. Make sure my health right so I can keep on going. So I can get some victories. And at the end, I'll have that prosperity. Yesterday was like I said, spiritual blessings are the things that make you move on. Without I ain't about that. Cause it's gonna come later because I'm doing it from the soul, I'm doing it from the heart, I'm doing it with God in mind. It's got to be good orderly direction. I'm getting them out. My elders are here. This is what I plan on doing. These are the things I'm trying to instill. Or these are the things that we want to work on. Let me use these type of techniques to make sure that we bring out this. Let me hear what you say so I can make sure I can go these and make sure we can present. You know, I say this because, like I said again, some things today was just maybe just getting ready to level, playing field, and get ready and prepared for what's happening next. You know, when you take that time off, you got to go in the prayer mode. You know that dance I had to sit down, son. Are you listening? People take look at small things I took for granted. Connecting with people. Hey, I might need you. Hey, plan to see how you doing. What's your name? Okay, can I buy you? Yeah, okay, that's okay. But look here, we gonna be in conversation. Let me get the number. We'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah, we out here having fun. Just say me a damn. We get together. Brothers, hey, how you doing, brother? Hey, I want to give you some information about what's going on. This is what we got going on for us. We're trying to give ourselves, give a voice, make sure things are. Yeah, all right, man, good. That's what's up, man. All right, that's the connection. You ain't got to come, but at least you know about it. At least you know about it. That's the first step of knowledge. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's the connection. People, we walk around me, you can't even say hi to a bio. You ain't like call you no harm. Let me get a conversation. Yeah, okay. You ain't got to get up in your business. I ain't trying to find out nothing here, you brother. But when you now sitting in the library where that's got black history and hip hop heritage, guess what? It makes you stronger. Let me walk up as a man. How did you meet me? You met me as Jazz, man. How you doing? What's the type of okay? That's bad. Like I said, I can show the lay on the ground and need me, but I don't put no labels on it because I ain't thinking about just the box. I see it as a person, man. Let's go deeper. So we can now you gotta think about that one. You gotta set the example. I'm thinking about you as a father, man. You as a brother, you as an uncle. It felt good. Like I say again, it's just sometimes I don't. I've taken a lot over my life. I don't have time for nothing to hinder my brothers and sisters. Wait a minute, hold on. I let y'all. I done forgave. Wait a minute. Now when I put my foot down, now let's talk. What's up now? Now you see your nieces and nephews, and you have a relationship. Now, right here, if nobody else loves me, my mama loves me, no. But the people who do love me, the people who display that love for me, guess what? Let me make sure I'm the best me. Let me make sure you see me authentically. Because, I could have been me. Should have been me, could have been. But I chose between two decisions. I chose my destiny over the destruction. And as I watched the destruction, I could go back and pull those who may not, had that. They have a dream, but let me pull you to where you get that dream to come true. You have the peace to have it come true. They have the joy that you can have it with the self-control, the self-discipline. Making just a few adjustments for yourself. Understand you is because sometimes we create our own problems. We creators. We create our own problems and we create our own solutions. I've got solutions, man. Shoot. I'm the most talked about man in Finland. Whether it's good or bad or ugly, as long as you're talking about me, I'm doing something right. But then when I walk out my door, I'm putting my crown on. I represent Lisa Brown. I represent those who instilled in me knowledge, who took the time and seen that diamond in the rough. Who gave me the tools. So, you go through some ups and downs, changes and turnarounds. It's how you go through it and how you continue and how you finish this thing. Because I think, like I say, I'm not going to serve you anything less than the best. And if it's not, let me get the feedback from. Okay, you need a little bit more seasoning on that, or you need to take a little fat off that. Okay, let me make sure it's. So when I put it on that china, you like, oh boy. So, like I said, peace, be still, baby. Let me go ahead and be still. Like I said, I'm adjusting to my new schedule. Peace, be still. Just people, like I said, put you in a box, and some people get stuck in there. You can't put me in no box. This is a universal love of self that I want to. We made it for everybody, but it's in excess of what you do. So now you tear your temple down in 3. So let me say, let me go every 6 months, make sure my heart right, let me take my cholesterol, let me make sure I'm together, because I can't talk about being healthy if I ain't in shape, I ain't ready. So we have to say, age is in place. You may good, be good at this part. Let's make sure we get this for, separate the two. Okay, we know our position on the field so that we can go out here and win some championship. Because defense wins championship, but the offense had to score 1 more point. I don't care. We have to run 19 bootleg all day, and we're gonna run it until we get close to perfection. We want to make sure we get it right now, because the more you do it, the more we keep it doing. Because like I said again, the pain. I dealt with the pain and trauma. Had to sit down and talk. I had to face. Look, I had to look in that mirror and say, "Wait a minute, I don't like." I had to look in that mirror and wait a minute, that ain't who I. That ain't. I had to look around in this. I had to change my conversation, because when you talk to me, we ain't talk. We ain't. I'm more. I mean, let's find out. Let's go deeper. We can talk about the blonde. We can talk about beard. Whatever. It's easy. But let's see how we can how can this piece right here that I have, how can it help you? Because you can't run nothing without people. How can I help you? How hi, my name is Jazzman King Victor. How can I be of service? How can I be of service? So if I'm serving you, guess what? Everything you're gonna eat plentiful. Because when you're serving, your blessings gonna be pressed down, shaken together, running over your you won't believe how things. You're like, what? And when we make agreements, we want contracts. How much we gonna get? Wait a minute. Yeah, wait. We ain't got to that point yet. Let's talk about how we gonna get there. Let's work together. Let's see how we can work this together. Make sure give you a platform to be. But hold on, you have to have you have to be able to, the duality. You got kids out there, so your music be played for the children. Do you want to, are you trying to? What are you trying to sell to the children when you listen to your music? Oh no, do you want to disrespect the elders who fought for certain things? Do you want to make sure your generation has information? How do you reach all? How do you become a universal product or provide a universal service without having to put I don't deal with them. I can't sit with them because they do. What did they do? What did you see them do? Were you involved in that? Where did you hear that from? Okay, hey, this is an event. I'm gonna perform. Listen here. I want everybody. If I'm selling chicken dinners, I want everybody and their mama to come take a piece of this chicken. Cause I'm putting my heart and soul into it. I'm telling you. If I'm putting this, I'm putting my heart and soul in. I don't care if it's a cell phone. I'm gonna put my heart and soul into it. Cause guess what? They almost took it from me. Well, no, I almost allowed them to take it from me because I didn't follow the route. So that's all New Legacy is trying to do, is not giving you some options or creating your own, give you an opportunity or a platform to create your own. Oh, you ain't got to come up on you. I mean, you ain't got to come up on me. Listen to the name. Do you got a legacy? What was passed down on you? What you gonna leave on your kids? Hold on, wait a minute. What can we provide for the young folks who may not have a strong mentor or males around to show them how to be a man? There's certain things there. A woman can she can raise a man, but certain things, a man, there's certain things that a young man needs in his life to make him, to build him up, to be strong and face the world. So let me talk to these parents when they see this is what it needs to happen. That's why I have to wait a minute. All right, let me make sure I sit down at the table to make sure this is done properly. Let me stop getting this. Let me stop making. Let me make this week the best week. Let me make this. Let me take this time. Okay, yes, we done got through the blood, sweat, and tired. Now sometimes you gotta take a little break for self. But when you get back up and you're ready to go, you're prepared for the next day. I ain't well, wait a minute. You know why you go out and get drunk and you all the next day you can't get up. You gotta go walk into the slow walk Friday. Long Island Thursday turned into a long walk Friday. No, you ain't got to worry about that. No, if I got to work at 6 in the morning, ain't no sense in going out. And, you always don't go out to 11:30, 12 o'clock. I need at least 6 hours of sleep. Because if I'm not getting my rest, that's where deprivation come in. And guess what? You be seeing things you be sleep on. You be cooking and sleep at the stove. Now, I don't like that feeling. If I'm gonna be the feeling I like, you know what? You know that feeling when you was a little kid and mama tell you go play? And you be out there all day. You finally come home and you sit on that couch and you think you just, that's what I want. That's the time I want. When that sun come up, baby, hey, it's time for work. The man that don't work, don't eat. And that's what I'm on my own. So guess what? I got to work extra hard. I ain't got to help out. Hey, this is two income out. So I got to do that the best I can. Because again, like I said, sometimes going into a new field, you got to have some adjustment to make. So yeah, but I don't know how. But I'm, hey, I got to smile. I'm at peace. I have my roof. So I got to take care of those personal things first before I can, so I can sit back and I can sit back at the black culture. I got a home to go to because I can go there and do some work. I can relax. I don't have any distractions. So don't let don't let your vices or the things that you like or the excess of it take you out your hookup, take you from your commitment. So when I look at these young folks, that's the inspiration I got to make sure I'm walking in a good way direction. That I'm setting an example. Then when I walk out these doors, you can wonder and question, you can say what you want until you actually have a conversation and go deeper. Is he what? I ain't have to answer not one question until you personally ask me and say this. Hey, I'm Jazz, man, baby. Who are you? It took me a long time. I was trying to be everybody, but Jazz, I think Jazz man pretty cool, ain't it? I think Jazz man doing pretty cool. But that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back soon with the workout tomorrow. Stay tuned because it's a new day, new life, new legacy.